their debt and are doing well. And, we've covered, I have a kid, not preventing me from having a kid. My housing situation, I'm not going to divulge, I don't have to, but it's my own choosing, or I should say, excuse me, choose a partnership of choosing between me, my wife and I, lest I say anything else on that. But I think that's a trope too. Millennials were burdened with debt and they couldn't do this and they were lazy. And now fast forward to the millennials and their earnings years, and so many of them are doing well, but it's become a bit of a barbell.
It's also kind of weird because, of course, the payments were supposed to be turned on in November of 2023 as part of a budget deal. Biden just never decided to follow through on that.
Why? Do you remember why? I mean, at that point, we're all back to work. Unemployment's, I don't even know what it was, comfortably below 5%. Was it just purely political?
I mean, this was one of Biden's tentpole policies, and it was the one that he didn't get through.
But how can you say it's tentpole, and maybe your definition of tentpole is different? How's it different? How you say it's tentpole when, this is 40 million borrowers, 40 million people with a loan out of 230 million adults. It's not even 20%.
Political issues are not measured in terms of how many Americans they affect. We're talking about trans women in sports right now, and the NCAA has already established that's less than 1,000 people. But if you look at the number of borrowers that Biden was able to help versus the total number, he was able to alleviate or forgive some debt for 5.3 million borrowers. That's what, an eighth of the total number of borrowers in the country?
So as of now, there's like 40 odd million. So at the time, that would have been, let's call it 45. So he dropped the ninth, call it 9%, 10%. Okay.
So, and that was with the Republican Congress, that was with the Republican Supreme Court, stymieing him at every level. And look, that 188 billion is also not safe. There is another court case right now that could put a lot of those savings in jeopardy.